Today on Game Pass Daily, we have a game inspired by Stardew Valley, another one that has you living off the land, and it's time to assemble your thieves on Game Pass. We'll discuss my thoughts on the Game of the Year nominations, that and more coming up next. Let's rip the band-aid off and talk about the Game of the Year nominations, the most controversial category every single year. Now, these are my opinions, of course. Some are going to agree, some will disagree. I did put a tweet out today on Twitter saying that I believe that Starfield should have got the nod, and a lot of people really did not like that opinion. A lot of people definitely disagree with it. Of course, I had a lot of people agreeing with it as well. But yeah, so the ponies came out to play, really disliking the fact that I would even dare put my favorite game in there as a nomination. I guess maybe the Metacritic score was too low for them, but it is what it is. So the Game of the Year nominations are Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Really, my only issue I have here on the list is gotta be Resident Evil 4. And that's probably because it's a remake. Even though Capcom did a fantastic job on the title, I constantly go back and forth on whether or not remakes should be considered in this type of category. And I think in a stacked year like 2023, I think the answer probably should have been no. I know that's up for debate if remakes should even be there in the first place. I feel like I kind of lean on the side that they should not, even though I did really love Resident Evil 4 and the Dead Space remake. I like the Dead Space remake even more. That game I just love it so much. I did not play all these games because I primarily play on Xbox, so I can't speak to all of them, but I will eventually play Spider-Man 2 because I do have a PS5, and I will be playing Baldur's Gate 3 when it comes out on Xbox very soon, actually. The last Zelda game I played, and I was bored out of my mind. So I feel like I'm probably in the minority on that one. I just don't like those games. Super Mario Wonder, though, does look beautiful. And if I get a Switch 2, I'll probably play the 2D side-scroller because it looks wonderful. I did predict that Starfield would not be sitting in the Game of the Year list. And of course, that also pissed off people. But hey, whatever. It is my favorite game this year, and alongside poor Hogwarts Legacy, which also got snubbed. I clearly have an RPG bias. I really do love those two games. Hogwarts Legacy got screwed more than anybody. They did not get nominated in anything. It's kind of crazy to me that happened. I mean, 15 million people bought the game. I know a lot of people really loved it. It reviewed well. It scored well. I just don't get it. Not even in category for best RPG. So, shout out to Hogwarts Legacy. That team did a great job on that game. Really loved it. I am happy to see, though, that Alan Wake 2 did make it on this list. It's a really good game. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And in my opinion, will hopefully win Best Narrative, which it also is nominated for Best Narrative because the story is it's that good and it's really well done. So I got to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on the Game of the Year nominees? There's so many games to choose from. I would not want to be someone, honestly, deciding this thing, not in 2023, because there was just so many good games. It was pretty stacked this year. Okay, next up, let's move on to the games coming out this week for Game Pass. Hey human, we've got problems. This town is crawling with troublesome spirits, and you're the only one who can see them. You better get that old bathhouse up and running. Maybe that'll help them chill out. Spirit Tea dropped into Game Pass yesterday on Xbox, PC, and cloud. In order to solve the spirits' problems, you have to help them remember themselves, and to do that, they'll need anything from some spicy noodles to finding and digging up their lost treasures, so get your problem-solving hat on. Next up, we have Coral Island. This is a vibrant and laid-back reimagining of a farm sim game. Be who you want and experience enchanting island living at your own pace. Live off the land, nurture animals, build relationships with a diverse cast of townsfolk, and make the world around you a more vital and harmonious place. Coral Island drops into Game Pass today for the Xbox Series X and S and Cloud. Create the idyllic farm of your dreams where you'll tend crops and build a bond with the natural world around you. Help revitalize the nearby town and surrounding coral reefs, and forge relationships with a vibrant community of more than 70 fellow people who call Coral Island home. Next up, join the Phantom Thieves as they lead an uprising of the heart. Assemble an all-star team of heroes and a brand new story in this thrilling combat adventure set in Persona's iconic universe. Persona 5 Tactica comes to Game Pass November 17th on Xbox, PC, and Cloud. After a strange incident, the Phantom Thieves wander into a bizarre realm where its citizens are living under tyrannical oppression. Surrounded by a military group named Legionnaires, they find themselves in grave danger until a mysterious revolutionary named Arena rescues them and offers them an enticing deal in exchange for their help. Alright, before I wrap things up, let's take a look at what is leaving Game Pass in the next 2 weeks. Leaving Game Pass on November 30th, we have Anvil Vaultbreaker, Battlefield 1943, Battlefield Bad Company, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Grid, Disc Room, and Eastward. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to Game Pass Daily on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, and join our Discord gaming community.